Welcome to Flowers and Tea, where the ladies lead the conversation on pop, politics, and policy. And today we are at the Ignited Conference in my hometown, Jersey City, and we are sitting with none other legendary female hip-hop legend. I'm gonna say legend twice because that's how fucking legendary she is. Rah Digga, baby! Oh my
AKA
God.
Dirty Harriet.
Okay, you see what's happening over here? Just launched her own strain. Shout out to Mr. Jones. Shout out to Ascend. You know I'm here with one of my co-hosts, Danielle. Amazing. How you feel today?
Let me tell you something. 16-year-old Danielle right now is like, she cannot believe that I am sitting here right now with Rah Digga, who has been so gracious, so dope, and so down to earth to be here with us today. So I couldn't be more excited. Thank you so much for being with us.
I'm excited to be a part of the movement.
Yes.
I feel like cannabis has been a part of my life in all the wrong ways. I'm happy to be on the right side of history now.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yes.
How once upon a time it was a part of a negative side, and now look at you with your own strain,
Got my
legal
own.
market.
Yes. I'm excited. Shouts out to Mr. Jones for putting this together for me too.
Yes.
And it's getting rave reviews, you know, not to be too my own
Oh,
horn, but
come on now.
but I heard that Dirty Harry, I heard them terps is terping in my strain. I'm just saying.
You know quality. You've been around to know quality, to know
Yes.
what to put out there. So
And I think it's important to note that even with, a celebrity-backed or celebrity-owned brand, the fact that she already talking about terps.
yes, okay.
So many people are lacking the education. They don't know it.
I had to do my research
Thank you.
because
Yeah.
because what was important to me, besides just being, we got so many artists that just kind of slap their name on stuff, but I wanted to actually know what I was selling, and for as long as I have been smoking, I didn't really know what I was smoking. I just know, this one made me sleepy. This one made me want to rush to the studio.
Yep.
So once I did this partnership with Mr. Jones, I said, okay, let me educate myself so that I can really talk that talk when people ask me what differentiates my strain from all the others.
Yes.
and this is what makes you dope.
I know, it's so refreshing because, you've ever seen some of our past episodes, we talk about education as key. That's really going to be the driver for this industry.
Right.
Because there's so many of us who were consumers and we
Right.
actually didn't really know the science behind it.
That's right.
So in order to really sell it and get other people to understand, you got to know yourself.
That's right.
How's that journey been for you? Just immersing yourself in the plant.
It's been cool. I met I've been meeting so many wonderful people, and for me, hip hop was always the universal language of love, just bringing all people together of all races, colors, creeds, and I feel like weed is probably, cannabis is probably of the same ilk. That is the one thing that brings everyone together, and I think I can honestly say, reflecting back on my life, every person that I've ever met or that I'm still friends with now, I met them over a blunt.
So bringing the community together.
It brings the community together. I'm happy to actually make some money from it now instead of spending all my damn money on it.
Who knew it could bring money into us? Okay?
Right.
This was an economic engine.
Right. How the tide has turned.
And I think grown people things, right? When we were young, we were consumers, and now as we get older, we become creators. Right?
Yes, entrepreneurs, and congrats to you ladies for all your success in the industry. Cool pie. Let me sip my tea.
Okay. On that note, okay.
Not sure how much I call it success. We're gonna get into the weeds of it.
Listen, we're gonna rebuke that because everything Eliza touches is gold. We don't care what circumstances.
This industry is a challenge.
It's hard.
Because you saw your reaction when you walked into the room, right? And I actually applaud the guys that own this place or own this conference, I should say, because they have invited us as a voice to do this here. They've invited me other times, but this conference, I went other years and it was even more shocking.
Right.
Right? So that is what much of the industry looks like at large from a legal standpoint. And there's just, us, whether it's women, people of color, women of color, we're trying to get our piece of the pie too.
That's right.
And they are trying to make the pie a sliver. More and more.
Well, to be honest, it's no different than any other industry. And it's especially if you're a minority, especially if you're a woman, it's one of those things where we have to work twice as hard to get half of the recognition. So, as long as you fighting a good fight, look, hey, can't nobody else in this room can say they got Rah Digga in the house. So okay, I don't know what they on, but we lit.
Yes,
we lit. Come on now. Cheers. Cheers. Yes.
The continued success.
That's right.
Listen, I want to get into talking a little bit about your legacy because, you really are a legend. You've been respected as a voice in hip hop for obviously decades. When you look back at your journey, what is the part of your legacy that you're most proud of?
I think the part that I'm most proud of really is the work that I'm doing now because it's a constant struggle. Right now, I currently run a foundation called the Lyrics Matter Foundation where I conduct music workshops for the kids in Newark. Oh, that's the home base of it. But I've taken it all over the globe. I've done residencies in Taiwan, teaching hip hop to people that don't even speak English, and the formula of it. So I think when I look at all of that, to me in totality, that is way more fulfilling for me than any award or any celebrity I met. Even though I got to shake Michael Jackson's hand, I'm gonna say that is probably my most defining moment when I did Michael's 30th anniversary.
Oh my God!
I think that was the day I said to myself, I made it. I made it. Like I was chosen for that. That wasn't find a rapper to fill this slot. VMJ had to approve. And there I was, rapping on Heal the World, but hey, I made it work. I made it work.
So tell me, thinking about those experiences, who's the Rah Digga now that people didn't get to see back then? Because I feel like kind of like what you just said about where you are, a lot of times we are becoming still when we're in that first phase and now you're here.
You know what's so interesting to me? A lot of people would probably think that I'm like some rough, tough girl that was just kicking ass all through school and stuff. I'm really a soft teddy bear. I really am. And all of my friends say to me, yo, if the world knew how girly girl you were, they would probably puke. Like I dry roses, make potpourri. Like I do all the things that you would not expect that Rah Digga voice on that on those records to be doing at home. But I cry in movies. I mean, boo-hoo, like so I think people would be surprised to actually know Rashia as opposed to Rah Digga.
Right.
I love that.
I want to go a little bit into your Jersey identity because you're Jersey girl.
Right?
Thank you. There's something different when it comes to Jersey artists. I think there's just something different when it comes to Jersey people. There's a different level of grit. Right?
Yes.
I try to be my authentic self. How did being a Jersey girl help shape your voice and confidence in such a male-dominated industry? And I personally need this advice because if you cannot tell, you too are in a and my background is in the military. So I always, I just want to know, like, what
thank you for your service.
Thank you.
So I had a crew in Jersey called the Outsiders. So I think once I actually got into the professional side of it, I was already prepared. Like I had already went through my hip hop lyrical boot camp. Right. So I was ready. But I definitely feel like Jersey artists, and it's funny because just was discussing this at on a panel with DJ Drewski, shouts out Drewski, about how Jersey artists, there's this underlying feeling of like we always have to compete with New York. I think most of us from Jersey have that little bro syndrome. And it's been something that's been culminating probably from the beginning, because there was, you had your New York artist, but then here comes Redman with the tissue in the nose. And then, you had everybody, Queen Latifah. Who you calling the bitch? Like, we just always were, I feel like, on it like that. And I mean, Brick City ain't Brick City for nothing. Like, it got its name from somewhere. It's definitely not a city for the squeamish.
That's a fact.
And if you just stay on the path of righteousness and keep your eyes on the prize, you can get through it. So many times we use our environment as an excuse for our life circumstance, and I say no, you can't succumb to being a product of the environment. Let the environment shape you, but don't let the environment take you. I'm gonna say it again. Let the environment shape you, but don't let the environment take you.
Bars.
Always with the knowledge. Yes.
Bro, talk about it. Any topic.
All right. So Rob, one of the things that I find so dope is that as a local Jersey person, as somebody who is a mega superstar, a hip hop legend, we reached out to you on this small platform. We called you up and say, hey, Rah Digga, would you come down and be a part of this show? And you very openly, graciously, immediately said yes. So
changed flights and everything.
Literally changed flights, and it was on short notice. So I'm just wondering, what gives you the heart around doing that kind of stuff? What is it about working with local Jersey or small businesses or women? What is it that fuels you to want to do that?
Yeah.
I just like being a nice person. For me, humility and just being a nice person has gotten me through way more doors than my stats.
Yes, 1,000%. And it's funny too, because I know that sometimes as women and as women of color, just like you were talking about, right? As we're in these industries and navigating, we sometimes have to figure out how do we, still remain a nice person, keep our boundaries, but still get our needs met in those industries. I'm just wondering, as a woman, as a Black woman, as the only female in Flip Mode Squad, how did you navigate that space?
Well, one thing I can tell you, and I don't know if this is ever going to change, but as soon as we women speak up, the first thing we're called is aggressive.
Yep.
Or diva.
Yep.
Or bitch.
Keep going.
But sometimes you have to just take it. You flip it on them. Like, look, if it was this man asking for it or this person, would you have that same attitude? So I think it really just boils down to the approach.
Yeah.
And you have to be fair when negotiating, asking for things. If I'm negotiating show rates and things like that, I'm not gonna charge SOBs $100,000.
Right.
It's if you're realistic and you're fair, and I think that's a big thing that artists have a problem with. Not just artists, but people in the entertainment field, period. A lot of them have a hard time coming to grips with who they are or who they once were, where they are now as opposed to where they were. And you just have to, the trick is to know how to constantly destroy and rebuild. It's my number 8, supreme mathematics. It's you have to know how to close one door sometimes to walk through the next, or take take one step back to take 2 steps forward. I think it's all a learning curve for us. I didn't always get it right. I didn't always respond the best to adversity, but now I'm too tired to be. I'm too tired to be. We're gonna do these negotiations cool and smooth. I ain't gonna haggle nobody for their price. I don't want nobody to haggle me. It's either we can do business or we can't. No love lost.
Yep.
It's all good. We can go, look, after we, if the deal works or it doesn't work, it don't matter. We can go smoke a blunt after the fact and figure out and build with each other. How can, your situation may not be for me, but this is what I think you should do, which on your next journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think people appreciate that. Like, sometimes the hard no, but you know what? Next time, let's try it like this, or do this, or this will be more comfortable. You never know. Like, at the end of the day, you might not get what you're looking for in that moment, but the universe always finds a way to reward you. I'm a big believer of the universe providing for me.
You see us, we're looking like that's all we talk about everything.
Come on, come on.
We talk about we in alignment.
Come on, universe.
Alignment.
Come on, universe.
What's your birthday? What is the month? I just need to know the sign.
I'm Sagittarius. Fire sign.
Fire sign. Okay, we got two fire signs.
Aquarius.
Aries.
Okay, fire.
Yep. So we got
okay.
Fire sign here. Yep.
I love a fire sign.
All right.
Yep.
Because I need
that makes
that
perfect
energy.
sense. That's it.
I'm okay with boldness. I'm okay. Like women that are strong women, that's not intimidating me. Like, I love that.
Yes.
So I got in all my feels by everything that you just said. And sometimes I feel like I'll be doing podcasting for therapy, to be honest.
No, you know what? It's like, I believe a lot of these podcasts are just that. Because at first I was like, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with podcasts, though.
Same.
Because it's like, it's great to hear those stories and to document those things and just have our history in the annals. But then sometimes I'm like, oh, bro, you talking too much. Like, sometimes and I'm sure it has to be tough to navigate a job where you're talking every day,
Sure,
or all the time,
Yep.
and you always have to sound like you know what you're talking about, and it's always got to be given something, and sometimes you really just don't have shit to say, or you're just really not interested in the topic. But it's okay. This pop culture, we gotta touch on it, or this is life, this is business. We gotta speak on it. Sometimes we want to just keep our opinions to ourselves. Like the good old days.
Yep.
But then sometimes you want to hear people speak out. Like, no, don't just stand there and do something. So it's definitely a gift and a curse. I had a pod that my partner crazy. It had a nice run. We did a few years, but he's extremely charged, and at some point I was just like, you're getting me dragged for the shit coming out of your mouth, so I'm gonna fall back. But good times.
Podcasting, sometimes there's too many people that have a mic in front of them.
Yes,
and
that part.
You don't necessarily need to hear their opinion, but there are, to your point, there's people that we want to hear from, because we either like the old school history that you have that you can reminisce and like share, but also the wisdom and the knowledge that you get from your experience. But I think also what you're doing right now is sometimes we're so focused on the past experience of folks that we're not looking at where they are right now.
That's right.
And for me, I think one thing that I see about you that's so exemplary is being a leader, being a woman leader. And I just want to talk about, like, you came up in an era of where women had to be twice as tough. We talked about that, right? But get half of the respect. How do you see women's leadership and power evolving today? And I say that with the caveat of so my background is in women's leadership, and that is like my focus. And this podcast, I have two podcasts, but this one we only sit with women.
Oh, okay, nice.
And everything is women centered. And I feel like after seeing Kamala,
that's sexist. No,
you said you want to get me
Don't get me started. They're gonna be in the comments like that was exactly what I was gonna say.
IJK.
But like Kamala lost, right? That was like the first domino, and now we're seeing all this power struggle with the men and the women. Give me your opinion.
I feel like the more the more we overcome, the more we go backwards. It's like for my entire life, I feel like it's been, this was the struggle. This was the struggle. This was the struggle. It was getting jobs. It was getting in school, equal pay. It's like, it's right when we almost were there, we got a guy that's setting us all the way back. But you know what? We are resilient people. This too shall pass. I was rather surprised at like how the world shifted when so much of the disadvantage falls on women. And I felt like the women were the one kind of advocating for their own demise. So it's interesting. We ain't gotta get all into the politics of it, but I feel like as long as especially with music, I think a wonderful thing is happening with music, because definitely when I was at my peak, I ain't gonna say when I was doing my thing, 'cause I still do my thing, but when I was at my peak, Rah Digga, you had to be like a chick in the clique. Like there was a crew, there was a notable crew associated with every female. Like it was like every clique had to have their token female. And there were some really dope females that didn't necessarily have that crew factor. Yeah. And their career kind of stayed in limbo, as opposed to now the women are the bosses. Like they don't need to, all they gotta do is know how to twerk. They don't even gotta have a crew. They don't need a male cosign. Hell, they ain't gotta write down rhymes. They can just go. So I celebrate that women are able to make these strides in the business. I do wish the women would take more cues from our era, but
it's a dope era. I just want to say, I always say, like, listen, my female role models were absolutely phenomenal.
And not to say that these young ladies aren't exemplifying, role model type or leadership abilities. I think they are being successful at showing you, hey, I can be the woman breadwinner.
Right. Yes.
And nobody bats an eye. So, good luck to everybody. I wish the best for everybody. 20, 30-year-old Rah Digga would have been slicing bitches' throats. Yeah. I still do it, but now I'm just like, I'm like, God bless everybody. But you know what? When life is good and you got good strains of herb and good teas and stuff, you can't be mad at nobody, man.
Amen to that.
God bless all of them.
Everything just feels so much easier in life.
Yes, that's right.
And speaking of good weed and all the good things, like,
you see what I did there?
I did a little second. Yeah. So my question to you is, as you were thinking about making this transition, right, like coming into the cannabis industry, figuring out like who are you going to collaborate with? Who am I going to give this responsibility to make sure that we are producing great weed together and that I feel comfortable? How did you go about vetting that? I know that you got this partnership with LaRon, and what about it made it feel like authentic, good, like the right thing for you to do?
Well, I came to know LaRon through my good friend Kevin, who actually works at his dispensary, and I trust Kevin's judgment when Kevin is one of those friends, like his brain is always clicking. He's throughout our entire friendship, he's done nothing but just try to come up with ways to help elevate me. So, dear friend of mine. And when he broached the topic to me, he was like, "Yo, I have my boss is interested in putting this together." I said, "Okay." So I just did a pop up. I just dropped it in the store unannounced, and the whole staff, I guess they were kind of like in a hiring, first day of work, everybody. And they were like, "Oh my God, it's Rah Digga, oh my God."
Put the store in a frenzy,
I really I like the energy from Rip. I like the energy. I got to have several conversations with LaRon before we actually hunkered down, but we said, hey, you know, he said, hey, I wanna do a strain on you. You know, we'll do a limited drop. We'll see how it goes, and then we can possibly take it further. We came to an agreement that was that both parties were satisfied with, and it was lit.
Yeah.
The launch weekend was lit. But one thing about me. I don't gotta tell you. As me, I got 1,000 people coming up to me like, yo, I got an idea. Yo, you should do this. Yes. Yo, I'm gonna hook you up with my mans. Yo, I'm gonna put you on a conference with such and such group. So I get that all the time. And LaRon, we had that initial conversation. It was like, sky's the limit what we can do with this. But he followed through. Yeah. He said, okay, let's do this. We're launching on this day. This is gonna be the strain. We're gonna have 2 he had everything all laid out for me, because I am one of those artists that like to just show up. I don't really want to be I don't really want to be involved too much in the planning process, but he had it all laid out for me, and his vibe was dope. Like his energy was good from the beginning, and I like people that put their money where their mouth is. So for that, I could be nothing but grateful. Like if we never do anything else from this point, I can say, yo, that brother was true to his word. We did this. It was great. It got great reviews, and now I just have to leave it in the hands of Ascend.
Okay, to take it to another level, to elevate.
So we are here. It's already going further.
That's right. I love that. Yes, I love it. Thank you. I'm just curious, like, how do you make that decision? And like I said, the fact too, to your point, that you get these calls all the time. So for LJ to randomly on a Wednesday call me up with you on Freeway, and I'm like, oh, this right now, LJ, right at this moment, and for me to pitch it to you real quick, and for you to be like, yeah, that's dope.
No, honestly, I'll be honest. You definitely have to thank Kevin for that, my dear friend, because I trust him. Yeah. So if he comes to me with something, that's how I'm gonna consider it. I know the situation is vetted. I know he's not, he's not taking advantage of my likeness. And I was all in. I was curious to see where it goes. And look, man, Snoop has 32 side hustles. Okay? 32. So aside from being a rapper and an actress and a school teacher running a foundation, let me get my strain on. Right?
Yes.
Right? So I'm up to 6, Snoop. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
I love it. Yes, super dope. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to where this is gonna go, for sure. To the moon. This is so dope.
Because so many people have even said to me, like, not even trying the strain, like, oh, Dirty Harry, that was my shit.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Literally, I told you, I had a friend text me just before. Eric, shout out Eric and Steve. Hey. He texted me and he was like, Dirty Harry. He's like, I'm so jealous. He was like, that was my shit. So right now, like, yes.
You know what's funny? In the so many people in the comments were like, yo, that shit was fire. And because sometimes when you read comments, you're kind of thinking people are just in outer space.
Yes,
like you don't realize that some of the people are like down the street, around the corner. Right. You just think of the internet as the ethos. Yeah. So to see people, and I had to keep reminding myself, like, wait, this is only in Jersey. Like, where are you? Okay. But no, I've had people ask me, can it be shipped? I'm saying, no, we can't play them games. We ain't playing them games.
Come on down to Jersey, Mr. Jones.
We're not all the way there yet. We here, but we're not there.
Right.
I've had people ask me, hey, do you sell it by the pound? I'm like, again, we're not there. Right.
We're
here, we're
by step.
here, but we're not there
That's it.
yet. No telling what the future holds. But it's been getting really positive responses, and I have to thank you guys for not botching up my likeness. I would have hated to go on the internet and like, oh my goodness, her weed is trash. Like that would have crushed me. So
1,000%.
thank you for putting the thought and the terps.
Okay. Make sure the terps were terping.
Putting all the love into it that made it a successful launch weekend. I'm excited. I'm proud. I'm definitely.
We're proud.
Shout out to Cultivation. Shout out to Franklin team. Shout out to Jeff Ariola. Shout out to Jan.
All right, so I got one more quick. We're going to do this thing.
Fire away, girl.
Yep, fun rapid fire. All right, so just 2 seconds, think about it.
My favorite, rapid fire. Let's go.
All right, Jersey or anywhere else?
Jersey.
Duh. Jersey club or hip hop?
Club. I'm a house head. I'm a house head before I'm a hip hop head. Y'all need to know that.
That's real Jersey shit right there, if y'all don't know. Studio late night or early morning?
Late night.
Ooh, okay. Indica, sativa?
Ooh, actually, you know what? It's crazy. Both. I feel like I did all my best writing at night. I'm smoking. I'm coming up with all of the rhymes, and I write it at night, and I lay it down, and I wake up in the morning and realize I sound like shit. And if I want to sound like my proper self, I will relay it in the morning sometimes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So morning and night. Sativa, indica, or depends on the mood?
Sativa. Do y'all know I have a daughter named Sativa?
No. Stop
I named my daughter Sativa.
I did not know that.
So, hold on. I want to know the back. We're gonna put this down for a second.
Okay, so back in my modern day lonely stoner days era, I said if I had a daughter, I was gonna name her Sativa. If I had a son, I was gonna name him Cannabis. And if I had a second daughter, I was gonna name her Indica. Wow. I stopped after one kid, but I only had one kid. After that first kid, I wasn't doing it again. But that kid is named Sativa.
Wait, this is legendary. I had no idea.
That's why the strains are. That's why it has the Sativa's greatest hits on it. That LeBron did that as a ode to my daughter.
Wait, because you told me that you felt like you needed an indica, and now hearing that story, I feel like you need to stand on the sativa only.
What was interesting, I didn't think I needed it. Like I was purposeful with.
Right.
I wanted sativas, but a couple of the customers, couple of the people did come in and say, you should get an indica job. I'm like, all right, I don't want to discriminate. I'll talk to LeBron about maybe doing a little, cool indica something. But I'm sativa. I'm team sativa.
I love it. I feel like, we're going to get the messaging right on that, okay? Because if we story tell around why it's sativa only,
yes.
I mean, because, we gotta give the shout out to your daughter. That's amazing.
My kid is super dope. My kid, birth name Sativa. And as a child, I was telling her name meant flowers from the earth.
Oh.
And I'm not sure what day that was. It's like when your kid finds out there's no more Santa Claus and Santa Claus isn't real, and they come home and they're pissed off at you. She came home like, Ma, everybody said my name's mean weed. I'm like, well, baby, I said it was flowers from the earth.
I did not lie. A single word.
I didn't lie.
Okay. That's what I said. That's what I meant. No, you did not.
That's right.
Oh, this is amazing.
I absolutely love it. How old was she when she came home and said that? Do you remember? Like middle schoolish?
Maybe 8.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just a little before. Yeah.
Well, maybe old enough to where the kids are starting to recognize the smell.
Exactly.
Right. But didn't quite know what it was.
That's right.
But they knew it was something all the grown-ups was doing.
I was about to say they've been overhearing conversations in the back room, so know enough. Right. Yeah. That is hilarious. I love it.
Okay. All right. So we went indica sativa or depends on the mood. Sativa girl. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay. Yes.
Well, we tea today.
Tea on today.
We tea timing today, but I'm definitely. I could drink coffee morning, noon, and night. I drink coffee before I go to bed. I love coffee.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I love coffee.
One word to describe your leadership style.
One word to
describe your leadership style.
My leadership style, unapologetic.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. All right, one thing.
I don't delete the tweet.
Stand on it. Stand on it.
Stand on it.
One thing you wish more women knew about power.
About
power.
Something
One
I wish
thing you wish more women knew about
power. Power is what you make it. I think we as women, we don't want to be perceived as bitches or divas, and we are inadvertently relinquishing our power. So we have to stand on business just like every other tycoon.
Yep, that's it. All right, closing. You want to take it, D?
Yes,
Go ahead.
All right. So full circle moment.
All right.
You've influenced culture.
Yeah.
You've influenced music.
All right.
Okay. And now you're influencing business. You're in this cannabis space. So you've had success across multiple different spaces. Yes. What does success look like for you now? And what are you building towards in this next chapter of your life?
To me, the most important thing about success for me is my happiness, my peace. Like, it doesn't matter how much money I have if I'm not at peace. If I can't go to sleep at night with a good heart and good mind and know that I've done everything I could to be the best person I could be that day, then, it's like, what is it for? Like, who wants to be filthy rich and miserable? So it's like, I'll be filthy rich and peaceful and at peace.
Amen to that.
Yes, definitely my peace. My peace trumps everything.
Yeah.
Love that.
I would definitely concur, and I know Danielle feels the same.
Yes.
We are in an industry that is very, very difficult to navigate, but women are leading at the forefront.
Yes.
The money is important, power is important, but your peace. And here we got the P3, pot, politics, and policy. And that is what we're trying to move forward every day. So make sure you guys head over to SZN, to Mr. Jones, LJ. Shout out that whole team. Rah.
Yes.
What was his name? We got to shout out Kevin.
Kevin.
Yes.
You know Kevin Drainoff is my guy.
Yes, thank you for making this happen. Thank you to the folks at Ignite It for allowing us to be here in Jersey City at the West End, my city. Please head over to the Other Side Dispensary. We are back in effect. Y'all know the story there. This industry has been so tough, but we continue to push forward and work hard and bring you amazing guests.
Oh, we got to
legends.
Do it. We got to do it.
And women that are killing and crushing the game.
That's right. We overcharging for what they did to the Cold Crush.
Come on.
Thank you. Rob, please, love, do you have any last words? Tell them where to go shop.
Yes, my website, RahDiggamusic.com. All things Rah Digga. All music, all merch, all tour scheduling. I'm still heavy on the tour circuit. I do the most. Yes, the information about any top secret music that ain't supposed to be out released, come to RahDiggamusic.com.
You gotta go straight to the plug.
Follow me on IG at The Real Rah Digga. I'm beefing with Facebook right now. They don't believe I'm me. They locking me out of all my stuff, so I don't have my account or my artist page anymore. But yes, The Real Rah Digga on Instagram and RahDiggamusic.com.
Yes. So we're going to transfer from Facebook. I mean, it's the same company, so I don't know what they're confused about better. But we're going to transfer from the Facebook and run up that Insta. But most of all, make sure you go and you buy her product.
Yes.
The strain is fire. Danielle, you got any last words?
Listen.
Located at Mr. Jones Dispensary, 655 Route 46 West, Little Falls, New Jersey. Go get you some.
Those are my last words.
Oh, okay.
Clock it.
Go get you some. Until next time, this is Flowers and Tea. Peace.
Peace.